Hello chess fans and welcome to Chess Vibe, and today we are going to see a very nice and interesting game. And the game is between two top players, between Bobby Fischer versus Mikhail Tal. Both the players have been world champion, although these players are no more, but the games are just phenomenal. So we are going to see the game and going to learn from it very well. So the game is first of all the Sicilian defense. So all the Sicilian players get ready to see a very interesting game. You are going to learn very much. So till then, stay tuned. Keep watching Chess Vibe. So, Bobby Fischer with the white pieces started the game with 1 e4, and Mikhail Tal with the black pieces replied with c5. We have knight f3, d6, d4, c into d4, knight into d4, knight to f6, knight c3, a6. So we have the Sicilian defense knight of variation. So after e6, Bobby Fischer with the white pieces replied with bishop to c4, developing the piece and getting ready to castle. So after bishop c4, we have e6 by black. The idea of black here is black wants to play bishop e7 followed by castle. So after e6, white played bishop b3. The reason white played bishop b3 in the position here is because white played bishop b3 because white was afraid of b5. But after b5, black is preparing to play bishop b7 and black would be having much nice space on the queen side. That's why first bishop b3 was played, because now b5 is not possible because now the bishop is not attacked. So after bishop b3, we have still b5 by black, and now we have f4 by white, b4, knight a4, and now we have knight into e4. So black simply captured the pawn, and many of you were thinking that why just white simply gave up the pawn on e4. The reason white gave up the pawn here is, even if you try to protect the pawn on e4 by playing something like a3, idea here is here black can no longer play b4 because white can simply capture, and the knight on c3 is guarding the pawn on e4. So after a3, black easily play bishop e7 when the position is actually not equal. Black is able to equalize the position. So that is why a3 is not a nice move. At the place of a3, f4 was the best move which was played in the game. The reason after f4, b4, knight a4, knight into e4, and here after knight into e4, white simply castled. And after castle, you will realize the piece's activity. Definitely black is the pawn. Now let's check the position. First of all, white c pieces have been activated, and even white king is now safe. And even the rook on f1 is doing a very fine job. And if I talk about black pieces, then first of all the knight is very well placed on e4, but just look at the other pieces. All the pieces are on the last rank. Even the king haven't castled yet. That is the problem for black. White is ready to attack with f5 and he will get a very nice advantage. So that is the reason after castle, white is having an edge in the position after having a pawn down. So after castle, Mikhail Tal with the black pieces replied with g6. So the reason he played g6 here, the reason after g6, black is trying to stop this f5 move because now both the pawns are protecting the squares. And now he is preparing to play bishop g7 followed by castle. So after g6, feel free to pause the video, and this is my first question. Tell me what should be the best move for white in the current position. You can take as much time you want, but try to find the best answer. So okay, so I hope you all got the answer. Not very obvious move in the position. The obvious move in the position looks like something like bishop e3, or perhaps queen f3, putting some pressure on the knight, and something else. But the move Bobby Fischer played was simply tremendous. All those who have found f5 in the current position, congratulations. This is the right move. So 1 point for you from 1 out of 1. So after f5, the reason here is Here, white wants to have this open file. And after f5, black is having two options. He can capture the pawn either with the g pawn or either with the e pawn. So in the game, we have g into f5 by black. So after g into f5, which was the right move, if black would have captured the pawn with the e pawn by playing e into f5, then white would have played a very nice move and a strong move, which is bishop to e3. After bishop e3, if black tries to play bishop g7, now I'm having bishop to d5. After bishop d5, I'm hitting the rook. So you have to move the rook to a7. After rook a7, I can simply capture the pawn on f5 with the knight. Bishop into f5, bishop into a7, and count the material. White is better in the position. So that was the reason e into f5 was not played and he played g into f5. After g into f5, now comes a tremendous move. Now comes my second question to you all. What should be the best move for white in the position? Let's see, will you be able to score 2 out of 2 or not? So, okay. So, although who thought the move bishop e3 in the position, yes, it's a quite right move, but not the best. The best move in this position here is knight into f5. Now that's the move. That's the coolest move. The reason after knight into f5 is the best move here. If black tries to capture the knight in the position, now I'm having queen d5. And after queen d5, I'm threatening a checkmate as well as I'm threatening the rook. So if you try to play rook a7, defending the rook as well as protecting the pawn, I can play queen d4, hitting both the rook. And yeah, I'm simply better. And even if you don't try to protect the rook and you play something like bishop to e6 in the position, attacking the queen, I can simply capture the rook and I'm better. So that was the reason knight into f5 was the right move, and Bobby Fischer played this move, which is very nice. After knight into f5, first of all, congratulations to all of those who have found the right move. You are now 2 out of 2. So after knight into f5, we have rook to g8. So black is trying to put pressure on g pawn as well as or some pressure on the king on g1. So after rook g8, white played bishop to d5. Tremendous. Like, I was going to ask this question, but okay, I revealed the answer. So no problem. After bishop to d5, it is such a nice move in the position. White is putting the piece on such square that black can simply capture it. And now black is having two options. He can capture any other piece. So after bishop d5, which was a tremendous move in the position, after bishop d5, black played rook a7. So let's check both the options. What will happen if black captures the bishop or black captures the knight? And the most obvious move looked e into d5, capturing of the bishop, because the bishop was attacking the rook. After e into d5, white will play queen into d5. And first of all, I'm hitting your rook on a8 as well as I'm hitting your knight on e4. So the obvious move in the position is to capture the knight on f5 with the bishop, so that the game gets a bit complicated. After bishop into f5, white would capture the bishop with the queen, still hitting the knight and also threatening a checkmate on f7. So you cannot play knight g5 protecting the pawn. I can simply capture the knight and I'm still hitting the checkmate. So that's why knight g5 is not possible. So rook e7, queen into e4 check, rook e7, queen into b4, and white is better in the position. The reason, first of all, white is a pawn. Second, if it looks like black rook on g8 looks like it does doing something, but it's actually not doing anything because there is no coordination of black pieces. All the pieces are stuck on the last rank. That is the reason white is completely winning the position. So e into d5 is not possible. So if black tries to capture the knight on f5, then simply bishop into a8 is winning. So that's after bishop d5, we have rook a7 by black, bishop into e4, e into f5, bishop into f5, rook e7, bishop into c8, queen into c8. Let's count the material for it. So white is having both the minor pieces, black is having as well. Black is having both the rooks, white is having both the rooks, one queen, one king. And if I count the pawns, pawns are equal as well. So till now, material wise, both the positions are equal. And but actually, white is slightly better because the reason is very simple, because king haven't castled yet and he can no longer castle. That's why the king is in the center and the center is completely open. That's why white is having the advantage. After queen into c8, we have bishop to f4, putting more pressure on the pawn on d6. We have queen c6, and now we have queen f3. And after queen f3, many of you were thinking, why black simply, why white simply just hang the knight on a4? Black captured the knight. After black captured the knight, we have bishop into d6 by white. And after bishop into d6, I'm hitting the knight as well as I'm hitting the rook. So tell me, so this is your third question. Feel free to pause the video and try to find the best move for black in the current position. Okay, only one move which gives an equal position to black. So take your own time and try to score 3 out of 3. So, okay, so I hope you all have got the answer. So, all those who was able to find this crazy move, congratulations. All those who have found this queen c6 idea, definitely not easy to find. Let's talk about this position first. And second, congratulations to all of those who have found this move. It's a brilliant move. Now, if we talk about the position here, first of all, I'm hitting the rook. If you try to move the rook from this 7th rank, then I'm going to simply capture the queen. As I've captured the pawn on f7, and it would be game over for the black king. For something like if you play rook e6, then I can simply capture the pawn on f7, and it's game over. And second, if you try to move the rook within this 7th rank, you cannot move the rook actually from this e5, because something like if you try to play something like let's check rook d7. After rook d7, I can play this rook e1 check, which is the most dangerous move. After king d8, I can simply play queen f6 check, followed by, if you try to play king c8, I can play rook e8 check. King g7, I can play rook into b2, rook into b8 check, king to a7, and I'm just having this queen d4, and it's game over for black. That was the reason rook d7 is not a nice move. That's why after bishop d6, the only move here is queen c6, epic. After queen c6, white decided to capture the knight. And yeah, if white tries to capture the queen, then I can simply play knight into c6, bishop into e7, bishop into e7, and black is the one who is better in the position because it's like 2 minor pieces against 1 rook, which gives nice advantage to black. That's why queen into c6 was not the right move. And bishop into b8 was the right move. You can also capture the rook, but capturing the knight is the best. So we have bishop into b8, and okay, here comes some small tactics in the position. So you can count this as your fourth question. I don't think that I need to pause the video here because it's pretty simple. So I'm going to reveal the answer. The answer is queen b6 check. Very nice. Simply giving a check and also going to capture the bishop. King h1, black simply captured the bishop. We have queen c6 check by white. So queen c6 check was great, but I want all of you guys to think and pause the video, and this is your next question. So let's see, will you be able to find the answer or not? So it's white to move. Find the best move for white in the position. I'll give you a couple of seconds. So the only move in the position which gives an equal position to white here, queen c6 was played in the game. All who have found queen c6, not the right move. But although we found rook e1, congratulations. This is the only move for white in the whole position which gives an equal position to white. And after rook e1, it's actually pretty hard for black to continue the position. If you try to capture the rook on e1, for example, first I'm going to capture the pawn on f7, give it check. King d8, rook into e1, and I'm simply threatening this rook e8 checkmate, and as well as I'm hitting a rook, and it's completely game over for black. So it's pretty hard now to get the right move for black. So I want all of you guys to pause the video and try to find the best move for black in the position as well. So I hope you have all found it, but this move was pretty hard to find. Definitely not an easy move. All those who have found this King d8 or King d7, congratulations, you have got the answer. Let's take King d8, which looks the most obvious move. After King d8, white have to play Queen d3 check, Rook d7, Queen to h7, capturing a pawn and also hitting the rook, Rook g8, Rook g7, Queen h4 check, King f7, King c7, Queen c4 check, King to b7. We have Rook to f6, so white is threatening to give a deadly move by playing Queen into h6, Queen into a6. So black played simply Rook to d6, Rook into f7 check, Rook into f7, Queen into f7 check, King to a8, and Queen f3 check, King a7, Queen f7 check, and would be a repetition and it's a draw. So all the have found King d8. Congratulations. This is the best move. But unfortunately, actually after Queen into b8, Rook a1 was not played by Bobby Fischer, and he played Queen c6. Definitely it looks like the most natural move, but it's actually the wrong move. Because here comes Rook d7, which is the fourth move. We have Rook e1 check, Bishop e7, and after Bishop e7, it's your chance. Feel free to pause the video and try to find the best move for black. Not the best move, but try to find the move which Bobby Fischer played in the position. It's a bit of tactics. Let's see, will you be able to find it or not. It's not the best move, but it's a very nice move. So let's give it a try. So all of those who have found the right move which Bobby Fischer played here, Rook into f7. Now that's the move. After Rook into f7, I simply capture the pawn, and I'm now threatening to capture the bishop as well. So after Rook into f7, Mikhail Tal simply captured the rook, and now we have first check by white, Queen e6 check. You can also capture the rook, but first here we have Queen e6 check, and now black is having two options. King g7 is definitely losing on the spot because after here comes the dead move, Queen into d7, and now the bishop is double attack and it's game over for black. That's why black is having two moves. Only one move is right. All the two have found this. It's a checkmate. That's why King f8 was played. We have Queen into d7, but after Queen into d7, if you look the position carefully, here we have Queen d6, Queen b7. It's actually, if you count the material here, white is having 5 pawns against black 3 pawns, but black is a piece, which gives a very decisive advantage to Mikhail Tal. After Queen b7, we have Rook g6, c3, a5, Queen c8 check, King g7, Queen c4, and Mikhail Tal was able to convert the position very nice and smoothly. Let's check it out. Queen c4, the game is a bit long, that's why I'm reading the notation. We have Bishop d8, c into b4, a into b4, g3, Queen c6 check, going for a queen trade. So white first played Rook e4. We have a queen trade. We have Rook to b6, King g2, King f6, King f3, King e5, King e3, Bishop g5 check, King e2, King d5, King d3, Bishop f6, Rook c2, Rook Bishop e5, Rook e2, Rook f6, Rook c2, Rook f3 check, King e2, Rook f7, King d3, Bishop d4, a3, b3, Rook c8, Bishop into b2, and black simply captured the pawn. We have Rook d8 check, King c6, Rook b8, Rook f3 check, King c4, Rook c3 check, King b4, King c7, Rook b5, Bishop a1, a4, and after move number 52, after playing b2, Bobby Fischer with the white pieces resigned the game, and Mikhail Tal with the black pieces won the game. After b2, why Bobby Fischer resigned here is, if you try to capture the rook, I can simply play b1 queen, and I'm making a queen with a check, and that's why the game it's game over for white. That was the reason. After playing b2 on the move number 452, Bob Fischer resigned the game and Mikhail Tal won the game. This game was very fantastic and crazy. Uh, Please tell me in the comment box how much you scored. I don't know how many questions I have missed, but just rewind the video and let's see how much you scored in whole this game, which shows you your level. And I hope you have scored very well. So the game is very interesting because the game is between these two top players, and also this is not the only reason, but there are some crazy moves like sacrificing your pieces, because sacrificing the pieces makes the game much more interesting, I believe. So if you all guys like this game, then please like to the video because it motivates me, and all those who are new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel so that it motivates me to upload new videos like this. So please share the video if you can. So thank you for watching, and I'm going to come with these more videos like this. So till then, stay tuned and keep watching chess vibes.